Alright, so that is Ludwa and Ephorian for sound the background, showing us all the way, all the good stuff that we can think and see about other people. And so if the signals are clear, please make a move. What are you prepared for? What are you seeing that I am not seeing? I see you have that. You have made your mind to truly monitor you on Radio Daybreak is from now to 10 a.m. where we part company. And that is how we want to make love this morning. We want to show each other love. So for that, I would want to show you where to go get money, where to go make money. Go 7 is giving you cash this time around. So if you are hustling and wondering how to survive without cash, don't worry at all, because Get Cash raffle has come to help you. The good news is that there is cash for everyone. There is cash waiting for you. Simple dial the short code star 920 star 920 star 92 hash star 920 star 92 hash and follow the prompt and stake just 5 cedis to enter the draw. Win for yourself some cash. Cushion yourself. Buy as many tickets as you can to increase your chance of winning. Get Cash raffle by Go 7 will start soon on A1 Radio. So keep listening for more information on how to win. Get Cash for yourself, Get Cash for your pocket. We're going to continue our conversation this morning, and this time, tomorrow is tomorrow the President of the Republic of Ghana will be giving us a State of the Nation address on the floor of Parliament. This morning we want to talk about the State of the Nation from your perspective. So we want to know what the economy, what the state of the nation looks like for you, what you have been seeing, what your lenses have captured, and what you think the President of the Republic should be telling Ghanaians tomorrow, the 27th day of February 2026. One of our good friends on radio and someone who is actively engaged in the political landscape of the Upper East region and Ghana at large is Ayam Atura Fidelis. He is joining us on the phone lines for us to speak on issues of national interest. He would give us his perspective as a political analyst as to what he thinks with regards to the Ghanaian state currently. Mr. Ayam, good morning and welcome to Daybreak Apais.
Good morning to you. Good morning to your guest.
Yes, I hope you're doing well.
Oh, by the case, fine.
We thank God for
you?
that. Not bad at all, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. The president will be delivering the State of the Nation address tomorrow, God willing. As a political watcher, what are your expectations? What do you think are more pressing that should feature in the State of the Nation address tomorrow?
So, first of all, I think that we should at least commend the government since the government took power sometime last year. The government has undertaken some economic reforms that includes how we have managed the city so far. Issues of living conditions have dropped, and many Ghanaians have benefited from that. Of course, this is why the government was put into power. And so, when you look at certain achievements like this, the government ought to be commended. I think that the president so far, based on the economy and the activities that they have taken so far, we cannot say the government has underperformed. We can only tap the government in the back and praise them for what they have done so far. Nonetheless, I think that we can look at the government from other lenses where you expect the president to address tomorrow in his donation address. One of the things that comes up to mind for many Ghanaians is the issue about jobs. I think that the government promised jobs.
Okay.
So far, many people have complained about the fact that the government isn't putting the majority leader. They brought the argument that the government has created a lot of jobs, but where are the jobs? Many people are complaining that these jobs have not been found, and so it is important the government or the president addresses this situation, looking at how the government tries to will attempt to address this situation, as many guys have complained. I think another area that people are talking about is infrastructure. The president himself raised issues about infrastructure. He has said that Ghana is going to be a construction hub, and that many people are going to experience construction everywhere. I think that so far we have not seen exactly what government has talked about for the past year. One thing that I think that has happened is that many government institutions are complaining, or many institutions are complaining that government has not released a lot of funds for them to undertake the activities. And I think that the president should be addressing that tomorrow to see how Ghana can propel itself towards building certain infrastructure. In Upper East, as you can see, there are a lot of demonstrations on the Zwarungu Road, on the Sombongo Road, on the Sandema Road. People are complaining about their road infrastructure. And I think that is something that the government has to address, or the government has to speak about tomorrow. I also think that I also think that things about Galamsey.
Okay.
This was a very pressing issue that was there before the elections. After the elections, it's still pressing. We are hearing a lot of interventions, but of course, accusations are coming out of government officials and how they are involved in Galamsey. Again, I think that this is something the government has to, and the president has to address on very pragmatic efforts to address this problem so that it doesn't really occur. I think that these are things that will garner the confidence of Ghanaians or the president so far.
You mentioned the issue regarding job creation. You've seen some of the activities that the initiative the government have taken, saying from last year till this. I think that should be last month. Some of the young people that they have recruited into some sectors, like the Blue Water Guards, the talk of the youth in. The youth who are supporting police services within our Ghana Police Service, and that of the prisons too as well. You think this is not a measure to reduce the youth unemployment that we're talking about?
Of course, you think that many people will talk about sustainable jobs. When you look at a population where there are a number of highly skilled labor in terms of education sector, where a lot of people are trained and they come out of school and they need set jobs. You look at the health sector, where we see a lot of demonstrations here and there on issues about payment and who are working who are not being paid. Look at university graduates that have left school. Then you look at these are the jobs we're talking about. Sometimes when you talk about jobs, of course there are a number of people or a number of youth who want to get into these temporal engagements. But of course, when you hear of the population complain about jobs, I think that these are the things that we're talking about. Those who are highly skilled labor come from universities, come from nursing institutions, come from children's institutions. These are the ones that are really pressing enough. And these are the things that push people to claim issues about jobs, because people invest in education and they are not getting issues, getting employment. I believe that it is not only the rule of the government to employ such people, but of course, government has to create the conditions necessary for such institutions to spring up that can engage these people. I think these are the things that are raising concerns from the youth about these jobs not being available. But of course, I must admit, the government has recruited persons in these areas. But of course, these are not people that you want to see. You can say these are in a massive scale as compared to the number of people who have left school have no jobs. So I think that these are issues the government has to raise tomorrow on practical issues how to address these matters. I think this is how we can access a very good government going forward.
The issue within us here recently, the issue of farmers and their post-harvest losses have become more of an issue for us to talk about, and then that of the cocoa sector too as well. How would this play out in the State of the Nation address tomorrow?
Well, so it is the government's decision on how they want to address these situations. But I have said time without number that I cannot understand why consistently certain products like tomatoes and pepper are things that government cannot take initiatives to get ready market for these farmers. There are so many institutions in Ghana that government contracts to feed say students or inmates, like the prison service and schools. I think that these are particular places where government can ensure directly target these farmers towards these institutions. provide these needs. More so is the fact that we can process them. We will look at measures to process these crops, as we're saying. It is important that government takes steps into how we are able to process these crops so that many people can benefit from it. It is essential that farmers, when they grow their crops, the market should be available.
Okay.
If government has those institutions that can take the available markets, I think that this one should be addressed. More so, if I can say about the cocoa sector, I think that the issues that have come about, the disturbances that we are hearing around the cocoa sector is because of the fall in cocoa price. But of course, we live in a country where we have a certain level of politicization. The politicization was there before election, and politicization continues after election. And I think that it is important for government to address this matter. The cocoa farmers have genuine arguments, and government also has a genuine argument. I think that there should be a meeting point where government engages these cocoa farmers in the level at which they will understand where government is coming from and where they are coming from. I think that a situation where they meet in the middle is how we can address matter going forward.
All right. Thank you very much, Ayam. We would want to end it here with you. We'll definitely get back to you after the State of the Nation address for us to look at some of the fallouts. We appreciate your time. All right. So that was our good friend, Ayam Fidelis. He's a political analyst telling us his view this morning on the State of the Nation address that the President is here to give us tomorrow, 27th day of February 2026. And so we are casting our net to hear from persons who are actively involved in our development space and politics too as well. So we're making effort to speak to Bismarck Ose. He's an economist, and he would be adding his voice to some of the things that we want to talk about this morning. We want to also hear from you too as well. And so the telephone lines will be activated in at a later time. The WhatsApp line is 0559 700 350. You can send us your message, so we read it for the whole world to hear. The telephone lines are 0382 091 508 or 0382 095 566. We want you to be part of this conversation. We want to make it as interactive as possible, so we get to hear your concerns too as well. Mind you, we have our politicians, various reps for the reps for the various political parties in studio. Very soon we'll be getting back to them for them to also add their views on this particular topic. But then, before they come in, we are going to talk to Bismarck Ose. He is an economist, and he will be telling us his view on the State of the Nation address that is here, that is coming on tomorrow. Good morning and welcome to Daybreak Price.
Good morning to everyone.
Yes. We're fine, not bad at all. Yes. Mr. Ose. Dollars. Hello. Yes. So you tell us from So tell us from your perspective, from your view as an economist, what does how is it looking like for the economy of Ghana?
Thank you so much. We have the performance of the Ghana economy now, taking into account the material economy vibrancy. Look at economic indicators already, as we know, the inflation rate, the exchange rate, and this, the growth in the private sector, and other international reserves. Already we know that due to the last government, those external factors and internal factors actually help us to get that level of resource. And to me, last year we saw a very staggering crystallizing excellence of sort of excellence and competence in the area of ensuring that we achieve some economic indicators. That was not just economic elegance against or just something visual, but something that indeed it translated how that very gets when it comes to reducing the price level of goods and services and the currency being appreciated. We saw also one of the areas that helped. Also, we saw the government very agonizing performance when it comes to the issue of social intervention policies, ensuring that there was stable and protracted financing that helped us to get that confluence of resource when it comes to social intervention policies too. The government. I think one of the areas last year, an economic factor, the government are supposed to do more. I think they are supposed to more try to challenge most of areas visible sectors, the issue of employment creation. If we look at what last year some of their policies they put down that was being impregnated to ensure that indeed instigate job, most of them was not able to achieve the job you wanted without generated outcome. When it comes to the apprenticeship program, even it's targeting 20,000 people, it's about 5,000. The 1 million quota jobs, are you going to subscribe? We usually to apply and nothing happens up and down. Nobody has had anything. It's sort of hallucination for us. Right. So, well, I think based on economic indicators in the area of that, I think in those things, the government did well, as I said, but in the area of unemployment, I think government has to channel most of its energetic potentialities and many values when it comes to ensuring that the government is able to get a lot of job creation. That's about the performance for the youth and the data. So far, my economic indicators they did very well. The issue of employment infrastructure, we want to see that more will be operationalized without prodigious results.
What would you say the impact has been with regards to the inflation rate and that of the rate will be the dollar and then the CD2 as well?
When it comes to the impact at the micro level, not the micro, the individual household have a big creating a negative effect on everybody. The same price of some of the goods you take. The price have come down. The oil, the imported products have come down. So we cannot obligate the fact that some of them the price have come down. Even though some of them the price have not come down as Ghanaians expected that we expected way. If you take into account clearance, renaissance, because you see that prices have come down by 20-25% for imported products. Some have not come to that level, but at least some parts to their planet beyond that. So in terms of the micro level, have we have any sort of evaporation effect on the micro level? We have seen price of some of the goods coming down. Again, the CD2 and the biggest thing which we have seen that they are still propelling their business. Last year, according to the finance, that 17 billion cedis was being channeled to the private sector, ensuring that lending rates now, we're talking about 20% lending rates, the other indicators, utility bills were constant, full when it comes to tax. Government did not bring any excruciating, very excruciating taxes on the business community, struck some taxes with business community, and they increasing to them, yet it was very much effect for them. So in terms of the micro level, we saw that they have effects on them. Even you averagely, but maybe some portion of the goods, maybe the price should have gone down a little bit. People have been very capricious measures for being efficient. In terms of effect externally, it gives Ghanaians, it gives Ghana, it gives the country the transcendental sign of economic growth and development into the international world. International world, one of these economic emergent figures is the international world. It has to indicate a lot of investment, meaning that the country has achieved that confluence of very propellant economic figures that give it. So, and internally, the micro level, we saw some sort of improvement when it comes to prices of goods and services, and also acting as for the dealing effect when it comes to the business community to the investment on other side to. And international level, it gave a very good transcendental sign of how the economy was being managed without very totalizing effect.
Some Ghanaians continuously say the inflation rate, as we are saying, as 3.8, right? 3.8. It seems not to be reflecting in the packet of Ghanaians. It seems not to be reflecting in the market. What really is it that we are unable to get? What exactly the impact of inflation would be for us? What do you want to say about this?
The general inflation rate, I was very skeptical about the general inflation rate 3.8. But in view of the individual, we have seen ourselves that prices of the have been stable. So if it was maintained at 5.5 as we saw, I think it would have been very, very propitious. Okay. I was expecting it to go to just individually, that year, we can take down remittance and see that indeed price of goods and services from enough to start have been still within that binary. So to me, and it was not very reflecting, controversially reflecting what goes on the ground when it comes to ensuring that price goods and services. Anyway, we have to understand that inflation rate coming down doesn't mean that price of goods is coming down. Let's talk about the rules which price of goods is increasing or reduced, not in other things. But to me, on the grounds, we can see incontrovertibly that price of goods were stabilized between demand. If we try to take anyone's perspective to the demand of December and January, we saw stability in the price of goods and services. And that's also a good achievement for the government. We see that stability also has potential effect on economic activity. I think that's what I would say about the January inflation rate.
Some say the prices are low in the market, but then there is no money to purchase them. There's no money to buy.
Yes, that's the talking point in town. Yes, the prices countrywide, the price have come down, have plummeted for the period, but the money to buy is also very, very, becoming very, a clean tax, very difficult. Why? The issue of unemployment.
Okay.
One of the things, according to the World Bank, Ghana have to create 300,000 jobs every year to set as palliative measure to observe the level of unemployment. Now you have it, over 150,000 people coming out from tertiary university every year. Also, if you commingle that of those also who have not secondary school university and those institutions, then the World Bank said we need about 300,000 jobs to be created every year to set as palliative measure to observe the level of unemployment. So the issue of unemployment, as I said, that is not issue about NDP or NDC. It needs a holistic broad corner consultation where all of us will come together, where there's a national dialogue. How can a country produce, how can a country generate an account of every year to observe the issue of unemployment? If we decide to make end this issue, we will shoot our force in the force. I'm telling you, it's not something a chance we should do with. Look at the nature of the economy. The economy has been driven by extractive industry, and not been driven by productivity of goods and services. And that's very injurious when it comes to being able to populate the jobs we need. So there's a need for a lot of broad concentration when it comes to ensuring that we see how can the country be able to show that very deficit of creating 300,000 jobs every year. In my opinion, measures like number one, before the COVID levy, I said that the COVID levy, the time the government was taking aid on, the government have seen stability in economic indicators. That was for the business community, that was from this division. I thought that the COVID levy should have been named job increasing levy. Every year we get 3.1 billion cedis from COVID levy. Why didn't we identify people who have business ideas that need capital, especially youth? Each beneficiary gets 3,000. They are talking about 50,000 would have benefited every year from that COVID levy. I did my extrapolation estimation. That would have been a lot of very starting measures to obtain the issue of unemployment. But we decided to go by the political mountainside and political rhetoric. And they literally that we have to take it all because of promise. Meaning that at the time you make that promise, at the time the economy was in a different picture. One of the ways I think it could help in the area of unemployment. Also, there been a talk about the need to ensure that there's a credit risk management guarantee that the Bank of Ghana needs to provide for banks. So banks can have the confidence, they have the governance effect to lend money to the medium-scale businesses so that they can also help in the job creation. And then I have more than 3.5 million small-scale million businesses in the country. And they play very enormous role when it comes to job creation. So the Bank of Ghana can move to ensure that there's credit risk instrument guarantee for banks so that they can lend money to the SMEs. It is a very potential perspective when it comes to job creation. Right. Again, to the issue of industrialization.
Okay.
The idea of one is one factory, the idea was very good, but the personalization became very flabby. Let's take it as a national development plan. We're giving ourselves 10 to 12 years. Every year, we want to grow strategic industry, big ones, where there are raw materials. We will have beauty farm, where we tax some money, like we have get fund, we have a health insurance, where we put even some taxes on imposed to generate money for that agenda, where the government pass on the private sector. But every year, they're able to put 12 or maybe 13. By the end of maybe 10 or 15 years, they're able to put a big factory, strategic ones that have the raw material that can help to deal with the issue, play a very starting role in dealing with unemployment. There should be more pragmatic steps to deal with the issue of unemployment. The area of tourism industry, automobile industry, the area of automobile industry, for instance, we have got to know that there are 6 automobile companies, and they say they can produce 140,000 cars per year. There's no need to go and import with $2 billion of automobile cars, and they can do it. These are areas, unique areas, we can take advantage of both the material economic balance to create a job. Automobile, pharmaceutical, agri sector, pharmaceutical, when it comes to rubber, the crop development authorities, in all those areas, cocoa production in other areas, timber, don't forget, Ghana got a license to export timber to the first country in Africa to do that.
Thank you very much.
We can take advantage to create a job we want to see. That will help. So that if you are selling something, somebody can buy for you, whether you're in a anyway. That would be a very prestigious role in operations that generated outcome.
We're grateful, Bismarck Osei, for your views on the economy this morning.
Thank you so much.
All right. So you heard Bismarck Osei. He's an economist, and he's been speaking to us on his view on the issue, the current state of the nation, that the president will be addressing us tomorrow on the floor of Parliament. Please don't touch your dial. Let it be locked here on A1 Radio 101.1 megahertz. Thank you for keeping faith with us and listening through to this moment. We are joined in studio by our very good friend Issa Sanusi. He is a regional communication team member for the New Patriotic Party. Let me not mention national. The New Patriotic Party, NPP. And our very good friend Solomon TTB is a regional communication team member for the National Democratic Congress, NDC. Good morning and welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, hope you are good.
Yeah, not bad, sir.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah. Well, so you know the feel fine.
Even if I'm not feeling fine, I see Solomon, I'm okay.
Cure the mischief for me.
How
cure the mischief.
He's happy that he has joined you here. So all of us are sorted. All of us are sorted.
He's aware.
He's aware. He's a big man.
He's aware that if I see him, I'm okay.
Thank you. You see, that's what I've been telling you. He don't always want to agree with me.
Yes, I do.
Big man. So, yes. So we're going to look at the state of the nation Ghana. I would want to hear from you, TTB. Okay. What is the state of the country currently? We would want you to do this briefly. Let's not go deep as you had planned because of the time.
Yeah.
Yes. So, what would you say the state of the nation is? The president will be addressing us tomorrow.
Well, let me say a very good morning to you, your able production team. My brother Sanusi, the good people of Talensi. Yes, pursuant to Article 67 of the Constitution, the president will have to address the nation tomorrow. And in short, they call it SONA. You are fully aware that when we took over government, things were not actually in good shape. But His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the NDC decided to put their soldiers to the wheel, took the bull by the horn, and we pushed away limitations and confronted the issues head on. Because we signed a social contract with the good people of this country, and we had no option than to make sure that we meet that agreement. And for that matter, we have to make sure that we put the right people to manage the economy, the right people to handle this country. We did not put square pegs in round holes. And the results are quite clear. the results are conspicuous. You can easily feel it. You can palpate it. Let me first of all try to look at education. We know that yes, governance is a continuum, but the state of education in this country was quite bad. It got to a point that at our various secondary schools, parents were not comfortable. At that high level, if you could see students sitting on the bare floor, others hanging on windows, others would go with their own chairs, others would also go with gallons, which they call them Kofuo gallons. Others were sitting on blocks to take lessons. That was quite bad. If you look at their rations, the food they were feeding wasn't all that good. The almighty double track where students and tutors were confused of which track they even belong to. You had gold, silver, platinum, and all the colors. The president made a promise that the free secondary school was not going to be cancelled. Because in the 2015-2016 academic year, he had introduced the program pursuant to Article 25 of the Constitution. And we only targeted the day school at the time, and there was a reason. You cannot just roll such a program without trying to do a small piloting to know the problems that may arise as a result of the implementation of the program. Today, as I talk to you, government, you have seen an improvement in the feeding of our students.
Okay.
Our students today, they now feed meat, some even get fruits. They no longer take sakura cocoa. There is cocoa with bread, there is donut, and at least it will help boost their immune systems.
Okay.
Because food is very important when it comes to building a robust immune system to be able to stand against diseases. You need not to have a compromised immune system. With any small thing, you are down. And government has really performed very well when it comes to the feeding of our students. You recall we have something called no fee stress. This is to ensure that we know that students, when they are getting the first year, parents are always struggling to pay school fees and all those things. And because of that, government introduced that particular program, and it has come to stay. We were able to meet the first year promise. This year, students are in school. Plans are far advanced to advance the monies to the students. Having said that, you also realize that people living with disabilities.
The no free stress that you're talking about, I understand it is not entirely for all students who are actually going into senior high school.
We're not saying senior high school.
The tertiary.
Which
tertiary
category of students
So
are
some actually received their monies fully, others did not also receive fully. What is that the picture? Is that what exactly happened?
You know, some programs have other practicals which are not part of the school fees. Some too do fee paying. You cannot enroll in a fee paying program, you expect government to pay it all. You understand that. You know. So they will take the component that is across board, right? And they will disburse that money. If you are doing a BSc program, we know how much a Bachelor of Science program you pay generally. But some programs are there. If they are executive programs, some are fee paying, some too, there are certain components. The student will take care of that. Then government would meet will meet the targets for those people.
TTB.
Yes.
That was not what you told us when you were doing your campaign.
Why?
You told us that you pay the fees, you pay our fee, students going to tertiary institutions free, so you relieve parents from the stress of paying school fees.
If you take
why would you not be doing
the
selection?
school fees, there are components. There are a lot of things that goes inside. Are you suggesting to me that you're doing a fee paying program? Let's say you're doing medicine, right? Where you're doing a fee paying. And you know, fee paying, some students may not meet the entrance requirements, and the school will ask you to do fee paying. You know this. So you want government to do that. That means you're encouraging people to enroll in such programs. And sincerely speaking, I don't support that. These particular programs, we should target people who really need it. But if you're going in for a fee paying program, that means that you are rich. You're rich. I hope you understand what I'm driving
It
at.
is not. It is not about the fee. I find it difficult to understand the aspect
Difference
of
between fee paying
the fee
and-
paying, because the fees that have been approved, the fees that various students are paying, is approved by government. It's approved
And
by.
I'm saying
It's
that
approved by
yes, those
government.
it comprises fee paying and non-fee paying. And also, if you take the bill, there are other things that government will borrow, other things the student will pay. So, for example, student SRC dues, right? SRC dues shouldn't be bought by government. You know this. JCRC dues, association dues. Assuming you are a science biased person, we have, let's say, IAS, we have science students association and all that, but they normally contact administration to do the collection of the money for them, because if they allow the various students association on campus to collect the monies themselves, they will not be able to collect it. You assuming you have what you have, you call the journalist association of, because I'm not a science, I'm not an art bias, but you have an association when you were in school, right? And you know administration was collecting those monies for your association. So you want government to pay that. So if the students are, and meanwhile, all those things will add up to the entire bill. If they are giving the bill, it will add up to the entire bill. Accommodation, sometimes some will put accommodation aside. So please, let's be frank. Hitherto, when we're having something like this, we have a country to build. We are still growing the economy. I would prefer that one day you just get up, take your bag, your accommodation is catered for, your feeding is catered for, your role is to go and study. But we are not there yet. At a point, students in this country were fed with meat. Where President Nana Akufo-Addo and the likes demonstrated that they were overfeeding them with poultry. Can you imagine? At the University of Ghana, they were fed free. They were paying their fees for them, free accommodation, everything, and they were giving them meat. Then one time they gave them poultry meat. Then they demonstrated that they were overfeeding them with only poultry. They don't like it. And that President Nana Akufo-Addo led that particular demonstration at the time. We hope to get there one day, but at the moment we are not there. Let me come to the people living with disabilities. For this, we are taking full payment. If you are someone who is physically challenged and you get an admission, government is saying that with the condition, even though being physically challenged is not really, they say disability is not inability and all those things. Yes, we know some people who are physically challenged, people living with who are living with disabilities, and they are doing well. We know what they can contribute to the economy of this country. They shouldn't be left out. So when you give them the opportunity, we have seen Lawyer Dana, under the NDC Professor Mills regime, he was appointed a minister of state. We have seen a lot of people, some of them are lawyers, some of them are dealing with figures and all those things. They must not be left out. And that is why the NDC government is taking care of their fees. Having said that, you have seen Jet Fund, how Jet Fund is now faring. Jet Fund projects are springing all over. If you go to Gambino Senior High alone, they are giving them a dormitory block for ladies, a dormitory block for the gentlemen. Then you are talking about a science laboratory, headmaster's quarters, and all those things. These facilities are coming up from the various secondary schools across the country, looking at the furniture deficit. And that is why President John Dramani Mahama instructed every district assembly to take a component of the district common fund to deal with the furniture deficit that we are suffering we are facing at the various basic schools. Having said, let's come to health. You know the Mahama Care, which we call the medical.
Before we go to health, during the campaign, you promised the persons living with disability, PWD, about 5% employment opportunity that they qualified in the country, that you would be able to assist them with. What is the state of that plan now?
Well, these figures will have to definitely come. We are yet to get the figures from the employment labor minister relative to how many of those people are engaged. For me to sit here to suggest that, we are engaging them, I don't want to speak based on conjecture. I must really put the issues as they are. So we haven't gotten, we know We have created jobs for people. People are engaged. They are employing people. But I don't know how many or what percentage is given to people living with disabilities.
But is there a plan? Have you put plans on the ground at all to actually address this issue?
I mean, these plans were already there. You realize that at the time the NDC was in government, before we handed over to the NPP, if you check most of the toll booths, they were engaged by people living with disabilities. You know that. If the Palogo bridge getting to Nasia all the way to Accra, majority of the people who were working in those places were one way or the other people
challenged,
who are having who are living with disabilities, and we are committed to that. They are equally Ghanaians. They have families. They must feed their families. They must take care of their children, and we are not leaving any stone unturned.
That was then. We're talking about now.
So and that is why I am telling you that I don't have the figures for now. Okay. And I don't want to speak based on conjecture. Okay. Your platform is a very credible platform. I shouldn't put a figure out there, and tomorrow you are holding my feet to the fire of accountability. I have my own credibility to protect, as well as the party. We don't just come and start telling people, oh, Ghana job, people will come and work, and even foreigners will come. And at the end of the day, even they themselves were looking for the jobs. We don't make those empty promises. Now, I am talking about...
What about their share in the common fund?
Oh, their share of the common fund, they are getting it. You can take your camera out to the various districts. They are getting it. They are giving it to them. Yes, so for that, they have to give it to them. The money is, as soon as the money is released to the district assembly, they get their share of the common fund. It's law. So we NDC, no, we don't joke with law.
We promise increasing it.
We promise increasing it.
Yeah.
And have you checked and it is not increased? You should be able to tell me that you said you increase it to this. Is it increased or is not increased? Or I have checked and it is not. So check and get back to me on that. Health. Now health. I am saying that the Mahama Care, which we call the Mahama Trust Fund, right? You know that particular fund that Mahama put in place, or the NDC put in place, is purely to address people living with non-communicable diseases. And you know that particular issue is a serious matter. You see young people battling with diabetes, others are suffering with kidney problems, others are having cardio problems and all that. We realize that there's a need for government to put in at least a special fund to address those challenges. You can imagine you having kidney issues and you have to go for dialysis at least twice a week at the cost of 400, 500 Ghana cedis, per session. That is quite exorbitant. It means people, we are likely to have people die out of that particular problem. And for that matter, we realize that there was that need to come out with a policy that will be able to address those challenges. And thank God, the program was initiated last year, and it is ongoing. And at the end of the day, people will definitely now go to have those sessions without paying. And I know at the end of the day, it will be good. Having said that, you also look at the health insurance. Today, as I speak to you, any hospital that is complaining of not having claims, it means that that particular hospital hasn't prepared the claims. But we pay up to date. And it will help build confidence in the health system. Yes, we are having certain challenges relative to the bed syndrome and all that. Yes, we know that at least governance is continuing. Plans are far advanced to ensure that we address that issue. You saw how Professor Bayu spoke passionately on that particular matter, and that they were already planning to come out with an app, said that any referral case you'll be able to log in to know where to take the persons to. At least we need to build our systems to be able to address some of these challenges that we are talking about. The free primary health care, which we are working to put in place, is going to roll out. Then we are talking about electricity. Hitherto, we requested that people were asking us if we think there is doom, so we should come out with our own timetable. And there were a lot of challenges bedeviling the area or the industry. At a point, ECG alone had a debt of over 68 billion. Independent power producers were complaining. Government, the SOS MPP government kept on procuring wires, things that we didn't need. At the end of the day, even they will leave them at the port, and demurrage alone will cost this country over 90 million Ghana cedis. the story has changed. We have improved in our revenue collections. The SLR that they were supposed to use to deal with legacy debts, they decided to collateralize it to go in for loan. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama decided to say that no, this cannot continue. And already we have disbursed $1.47 billion to the IPPs. They are happy today. They are working. Our lives are on. The industry is benefiting it. The shops are benefiting it. Everyone is benefiting from it. And at the end of the day, you realize that we are going to have a sector that will be robustful, a sector that will be okay. We are not going to joke in that area. Let me come to the economy. Where we took over this economy with an inflation around 23.8%. At a point, inflation even rose up to 54% at a point. Today, as I talk to you, inflation is around 3.8%. And it's really reflecting in the various, markets. It's reflecting in our packets. You talk about the currency, how we are able to manage the currency. You realize that at a point, we had $1 somewhere, 20 Ghana cedis per dollar. And that was affecting the ordinary importer. We took over from them around 14, 15 Ghana cedis per dollar. Today, as I talk to you, it's hovering around 10 cedis, 11 cedis, 10 cedis, 11 cedis. And you know what it means to the economy. Okay? Then, having said that, you are also looking at the whole management of the fuel. Today, fuel 1 liter at the point was just around 23 Ghana cedis. They handed over to us somewhere around 14, 15 cedi per liter. Today, as I talk to you, a liter is around 10 cedi, 11 cedi. That is good. At least why?
Can please
why? About fuel. Just Google petrol. How much is petrol? A liter.
Don't smile.
And so
because we are told that in March the prices will go up.
Oh, at least if the prices will go up in March, that is still okay. If I say it's okay, compare, I don't know the margin it will go, but it will not go beyond 13 cedis per liter. At the point if you are buying a liter 23 Ghana cedis, today you are buying a liter less than that. You should be okay. But at least it's okay. Nobody will be happy with fuel going up. And you know, Tor is back. We have begun processing fuel in Ghana here, and this will help improve our forests. So that is something that you should be happy with. Today you were buying a bag of rice, let's say 50 kg of rice, around 900, 800 Ghana cedis. Today you go to the market, you are getting around 400 Ghana cedis. A bag of maize that used to be around 1,000 cedis, 900 cedis. Today you get to the market and you are getting around 350 Ghana cedis. At least we are better off. Things are getting better. We are turning the corner, and the outlook of the economy is quite positive. At a point, the economy of this country was at a junk status. You could not do anything. Debt to GDP was just around 104% at the point when they were living somewhere around over 60%. Today, we are doing around 48% GDP, debt to GDP. And that is positive for this country. It means that you cannot knock your chest, walk, chest out, shoulders up, and boast as a Ghanaian. Now, let me finally settle on the job creation and corruption. You see, frankly speaking, unemployment rate is something that every government will have to deal with it. If you are unable to deal with it, it means that the youth, you will not be able to utilize the youth that you are having. They have potentials, they have families, they need to start life, they have completed schools. Some of them are nurses, some of them are teachers, some of them have done all manner of professional courses, and they need to be engaged in the system. Right. And we made a solemn promise on the 24-hour economy. Just some few days ago, President John Dramani Mahama cast off for the construction of a $250 million float glass factory. And that factory is going to produce not less than 600 tons of glass a day, right? When we complete it first and second phase, it will give you 1,400 tons a day. We will have to move away from the consumer importer way of things. Ghana cannot continue to be a consumer country and importer country. We need to produce, we need to process, we need to export, and that will help create jobs. We cannot continue to be creating jobs for other countries. You know, the more you produce, you export your products, your things in a raw state, it means that you are creating jobs in other countries. Because when they are going to to process or to manufacture things, they have to now employ more people. We will create the jobs here in Ghana.
So you talked about the price on fuel.
Yeah.
I think you know the very key factors that play in terms of the price, the price, and in the international market, price of crude oil plays significantly on how we price our fuel in Ghana here. At the time, you were talking about how the fuel prices was skyrocketed to 17 cedis to 20 cedis and above. The international price was high. I think at that time it was around 80 and 86 dollars per barrel and above. Today there is a reduction.
What is the current price per barrel?
That should be around 65, 66.
So that international world market price is not the sole factor or determinant in pricing of food products.
Yeah.
If we put that aside, we call that an exogenic factor or exogenous factor. We also have endogenous factors, and those factors we are looking at the way you manage your forest.
Yeah.
The exchange rate is key. So, granted that it was 80 at the time, coupled with the high interest, the high dollar rate, okay, or the mismanagement of the dollar, where you had a dollar going for 20 Ghana cedis. What it means is that you needed to multiply 80 by 20 in order to get a barrel. Today, if it is 80, you have to multiply that by 10. Is it cheap in procuring the product or not? It is cheap.
So the NDC would have managed it better?
Quite better, because we're able to stabilize one of the indicators, and that is the forest. Two, are there taxes on the product? If you put so much taxes on the boiler tax was a factor. Today, boiler tax is away. Okay, boiler tax is away. Even it's because of the energy, the legacy debt that we have put one city to clear the energy, the legacy debt. Had it not been that, what it means is that fuel would have been much cheaper.
Okay.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Right.
So people don't let these my friends tell the world market price. That is not a sole determinant when you are pricing. And I was finally I am concluding on corruption. You know that people were unhappy with the level of impunity, the way this country was raped broad daylight. Today, one full year is quite impressive.
All right.
That one full year, you cannot associate this government to any serious scandal. Hitherto, first 3 months in office, they decided to sell 5 million liters of contaminated oil to a non-existent entity, Zeus Emugompina. Today you cannot see that. You see how we are fighting corruption head on. See how the finance minister moved to the post to have a discussion with that of the Ghana Revenue Authority, especially the SEBS division. And so far, 4 officials have been interdicted. That is the level of commitment we are showing in the fight against corruption. There is that political way to fight our own if you are engaged in corruption. We want to make corruption unattractive. The days of spending money, corrupted, being too corrupt to certain extent, you go and waste $98 million on a hole that you cannot do anything. Those days that you go and spend, you spend about $11.9 million to a polygon multi-purpose dam that will have nothing there. Those days that you give $29 million to a contractor where the road from Savilugu to Walwale is not done, those days are over. Anybody who is engaged in corruption, John Dramani Mahama in the NDC, we are going to hold your feet to the fire of accountability. And you know how oral is going and how the Attorney General have already put some of these cases before court. And at the end of the day, we are not persecuting them, we are prosecuting them, and will face the full rigors of the law. They are facing the music. We are not like them. You can't catch anybody and go and throw
Solomon GTB.
I would have spoken about how justice is now seen, but for now, because there's no time, and maybe in my second, but I'll tell you how you have allowed justice.
Thank you very much. Solomon GTB. Solomon GTB is part of the National Democratic Congress regional communication team, and he's here telling us the state of the nation currently. Issa Sanusi represents a new patriotic party and is a member of the regional communication team. Issa Sanusi, you heard him.
Good morning, and then let me say good morning to Solomon TTV.
Yeah.
And also express my sincere condolences to the NDC as a political party for the loss of the DCE of Bongo district. It was such a bizarre circumstance.
Yeah.
We don't wish this thing to be happening to young politicians like us, but sometimes as for the fate demands, we say inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. It's from God that you come from him that you return. So I want to express my condolences this morning. Also to wish all Muslim brothers and sisters Ramadan Kareem. We are in the month of fasting. It is not only to observe, to keep yourself anger from morning to evening, but there are a lot of things that you have to do to not to vitiate your fasting.
Well, do you know that he's an imam? You are aware. He was even imam when we were in Big Boss.
Wow.
Yeah, he's an imam, so I know he will speak the truth.
Why are you doing that this morning, Solo?
Again, we are in the month of fasting. So, in fact, today I will expect nothing but truth from my brother.
Nothing but the truth.
Yes, from my brothers and sisters.
Yes, that's for the truth. We are encouraged to speak the truth, even if there is a gun at your head. You say the truth. And then also say the truth to save the society instead of peddling falsehood to destroy society. So for me, State of the Nation address by President Mahama tomorrow. The last time it was 27 that he did.
Yeah.
And tomorrow is going to be 27.
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. And up to now, there's not a single salary worker has taken a salary yet. So it will be difficult for people to listen to the State of the Nation address tomorrow. So that is the government that we have, and that is the reset. See, when my brother was talking, I was just trying to listen whether he will bring something that since they came into power in Upper East region, what have they done? I have not seen it. He hasn't mentioned it, hasn't said it. The only thing they did in Upper East is a blue gate, this thing that they formed. Blue water gas. That's the only thing NDC as a political party in government did for the people of Upper East region. They created something that is not even existing. According to the DC or MCE.
Is that what you have seen, or that is what has
I'm saying that in the State of Nation, I'm looking at since 2025 what they have done for the people of Upper East region. And the only visible thing that we can see, and you can also report, is about the blue water gas that are not even existing in Upper East. But that is what they managed to establish. But apart from that, what is it? You see, when you talk of the economy, as for economy on paper, well, it is good. Inflation on paper, it is fine. I witnessed this thing yesterday. I entered one of the supermarkets to buy them. Somebody knew of a bread that this bread is 15 cities. So he said he wanted to buy 15 cities. They said, well, you should go and pay. He went and paid. He came and gave it. No, that was 20 cities. But he knew it to be 15 cities. And that's an inflation of 3.8%. For him, he knew that just last week he bought it 15 cities. And yesterday in the night, around 8 p.m., he went and paid 20 cities for 15 cities bread. That's 3.8% of inflation reduction.
Issa Sanusi, are you saying that prices of commodities in the market are that fluctuating? It's increasing all the time?
I'm only saying that I have witnessed this thing. And also, when you want to know the true reflection of the inflation, maybe in this part of the country, we don't go to the market, but our wives go. Why is it that I'm not talking about up to 27, they have not paid salary? It is because of the budget and what is happening in the market. It is so that NDC as political party themselves knew very well that what they are saying on paper is not reflective.
Okay.
Now he is talking of the determinant of prices. we're talking of the dollar rate, we're talking of the exchange rate, we're talking of the inflation, we're talking of the this and down, and yet government itself has increased all its business activities. When you want to do business with government today, what you know that you have to pay 10 cedis last year, you pay 20 cedis. Government has increased everything, and yet inflation is down, exchange rate is okay. That's why this kind of exchange rate, pumping dollars into this thing, anybody is able to do it.
Are there specific services within the government sector that you would want to make reference to for us to understand you better?
I'm saying, for instance, NIE, they've increased replacement of a card. When you go, every sector of government that you know that when you go, you pay something. You go in, the money will not be the same. It has been increased. That's government itself. They didn't even believe the inflation in the exchange rate, so they have to increase their own prices. Yet they believe that the economy is doing well. What kind of economy is this? It is only this government that believe that 3,100 cedis is better than 2,587 Ghana cedis, right? Cocoa price is better than 3,100 cedis. Electricity, we don't even talk about it at all. I can't remember the last time I switched on my AC. Oh yes. This is a matter of fact. We're in the we're in the month of fasting. I can't remember the last time since the electricity has been increased. Water has increased. When my water bill came, I have to even call a plumber to come and look whether I have a leakage somewhere. Because it was unprecedented. I said, even if my house I have an industry, I'm sure the bill would have said so if I'm running commercial. But this is a domestic, and yet the water bill is very terrible. So look, life is very hard under this government. You see, as for what they are talking about now, the silent majority of Ghanaians will not say anything for now. So as NDC, as political party, including my good friends, we think that they are on top of the issues, everything is all right. So for them, what happened in the past now is better. How on earth? Even when they want to cocoa farmers to go and educate them or to go and plead with them, they went with security. They went with security. Because they know what you're going to say there. It's not going to be easy. But you see, I will not blame them so much. You see, if this government came into power with the mindset that we are going to carry everybody along to believe whatever we are doing, whether good or bad. For that matter, government is quick to even create what we call government WhatsApp group with other people, stakeholders that are supposed to be talking for the Ghanaian people, are now roped in by government to be mute even when things are hard. Is
that something you can?
We have seen CSOs and neutrals in the past that could voice out for the ordinary Ghanaian citizens. But the same CSO now are even more communicators than Solomon TTB and Co. for the government, the ruling NDC. But it is just a matter of time that the way things are beginning to show, and their members are now even beginning to fight for certain things. Talk of a government that came in the premise of job creation has not been able to create any job. Look, the last sonar, we were told in Upper East region, we were going to get what? 5 districts were selected to be agriculture hub. They're going to bring modern machines. That is Bursa South, Kasina Nankana Municipal, Bongo, including Solomon TTB district, Tenancy. Whether he can confirm to me that he has seen one machine in Bongo, in Talency, as part of the modern mechanization, or they're going to mechanize. These are going to give us hope and produce a lot of food and also produce a job. That was what, if you go and read the SONA of 2025, you see 5 districts were selected in Upper East region. 1 year down the lane, nothing, not even a tie. A caterpillar has been brought to Upper East region. We were also told Ghana government, in collaboration with USAID, are going to build model schools for us. Where is it? Where's the model schools? We were also told that as for road, 2.8 billion Ghana cedis was allocated. Of the $2.8 million, $2.8 billion was allocated for roads construction. When it comes to Upper East region, Bolga, Boku, Pumanko, and then Navrongo, complete for me, the other road is what? It's not able to say it because nothing is happening there.
Is it a Sandema?
Yes, in Chichulga, this construction
work is ongoing.
It's understands it. That's why we thank God when our ministers went and had an accident, God has saved them. I'm sure it will be a wake-up call for them to speed up so that we don't see something like that. So economy, when you talk of the economy, they talk of the dollar, they say, we are talking of the diversification of the economy. What is this economy doing for diversification? Quite apart from fiscal discipline, that everybody, if you want to do fiscal discipline, you are able to do. Don't pay contractors. Look, staff, government, statutory bodies, don't give them at these assemblies areas, they are not able to pay. They have not given them the money.
Oh, so, really?
Oh, yes.
These assemblies and the Sun have received some monies of late.
Receiving money, it does not amount to paying all arrears. Receiving money is not amounting to paying arrears. And I'm saying to you.
So from which period to which period were there arrears that the government have been
even up to the ending of 2024 arrears up to 2025. The last quarter of 2024.
So you paid them before you left?
No, government is a continuous listen. Yeah, they've inherited leisures and they are enjoying it. When they came, they saw a lot of policies. They are riding on them. And today they say we should clap for them. So they cannot be choosing. When you are taking assessing liability. So I'm saying to you that there's no diversification of this economy. It is just one. It's centered on discipline. Fiscal discipline, nothing more. Just bring dollar from the central government to come into the economy, make the dollar stable. Even at the bank rate, once the government is quoting the dollar, you cannot get it outside the market. When you cannot get the quotation that government is quoting for you when you go to listen for the exchange rate. So for us, well, they should continue doing such analysis and thinking that Ghanaians are okay. They are fully aware of the electricity bill, that people have to even cry out. They came out and cried to the whole world to know what is happening. As we talk now, you are talking of the outside. This we are paying Dumsor levy. We're paying Dumsor levy. When I'm going to buy 5 gallons, it means that's 5 cedis. This 1 liter. You add 1 cedis. So if you are buying 20 liters, how much are we paying? So as for this, and now it is emerging that the kind of electricity bill, both postpaid and the prepaid, we are being overcharged. It is the attitude of this government. They like that. That's what the talk show.
Isn't it an issue that is yet to be investigated?
It is yet to be investigated. But the reality is that people bought units yesterday and today it got finished. And they brought evidence. That's what the PUC said they invited ECG to come and explain. They knew what they are doing. And we all know that when it comes to deception, this government is full of deception. And when you say he wants to do A, you check it, see whether he will be able to do A. So look at the economy they're talking about. And look at how things in the market are in disarray. People are not even, the purchasing power of the Ghanaian people today has been deteriorated. There's no two ways about it.
Really?
Oh yes. We're talking of the reality of the economy, not the economy written on paper and explained by people who want us to believe that this is what is happening. There's no focus. This government, tell me in Upper East Region where construction is going on and it is massive and people are getting employment. Everybody's sitting down. Since April that they appointed the MDC, unfortunately, the day the Bongo DC passed on was an opportunity day for him to open tender at the assembly. Since he came to government, and quite unfortunately, he passed on. That was the day tender was to open at Bongo District Assembly.
For what?
For project.
No, I think the Bongo District Chief Executive, may still rest in peace. He has been here and mentioned that he has handed over projects for construction within his jurisdiction, and 3 key projects are schools that will be completed in March.
And we've checked that.
Nice.
Even this government told us that what they are going. I just told you that they said they were going to give us 5. They selected 5 districts in Upper East Region to mechanize them and give them modern machines so that they can help farmers, including Solomon TTB district. And I'm saying to you, not even a caterpillar tie has been brought.
Who said I'm going to bring caterpillars?
Go and read the State of the Nation address in 2025. What President Mahama told us, how 5 districts in Upper East Region were going to be selected. And they said $2.8 billion was allocated for roads. More than 1 year down the line, there is no any construction of roads in Upper East Region. What is dear to our heart is the Bolga Boku Road. And you've seen how what has been increased in Upper East is demonstration. Yes. What has been increased in Upper East Region, it is just demonstration upon demonstration, not for anything from government, but demanding that rules should be fixed. It is not anything that is difficult, but the citizens have to come out and demonstrate for the government to know that what you say your economy is doing, it is not reflected because we cannot even see it here. Fiscal infrastructure is zero.
So how many demonstrations have you recorded?
I lost count.
You lost count.
The last time I heard of the Wukuwo demonstration, I heard of the Somboro demonstration, I heard of the Bolga East demonstration, and many more.
Which Bolga East?
The bridge.
Which you could demonstrate?
I don't know. This time you get what I was saying. You get there with your car to move, and people are. They say that's a demonstration. Why? Government has failed to break their road for them. So economy that are seen to be doing well, it is the people that will say it, not the government. Because you will feel it, whether you like it or not. Even if you hate the government, you will feel it. So government can still be singing praises that what they have done for this country. But the point must be clear. That thing that they are seeing is one, and what is happening to is another. So for us, we see all of them, but we know the silent majority of Ghanaian people that are feeling the pinch will soon talk to them. I have no doubt in my mind that as for Ghanaians, they are very patient and they can give you time. It is when you are not able to utilize the time to improve the living condition of the Ghanaian people, that's where you know that you cannot take them for a ride. It will not be far too long. Very soon, I'm sure some of this thing will come up. If economy is doing well, I don't have to stress to talk about it. I will feel it. Whether opposition or government, you feel it. Today, the government people are complaining a lot because of what is going on. Even though they say this, they are not feeling it. So if Solomon and Co come count the number of things. He said petrol have rose to 23. We didn't give you petrol 23 before we left. The analysis of convenience is not good. We have to do the analysis of conviction. That well, we have taken it from 14. It rose to 23.
I think he mentioned that. He said they took it from 14.
It's quick to talk about 23 before. It's not 23 that they receive. That's the fact.
But did we have to buy petrol in the market at the cost of 15?
If we are going to go into the history of Ghana economy, we've been there before. There was a time that if you enter a restaurant, you have to pay before your food comes. Because by the time your food will prepare for you to pay, they will increase. We have gone past all those times. So government of the day will always have a problem to face. It is how you manage the problem to the benefit of your citizen. It is what of importance. And that's why before we left government, foundation was laid. And today they are riding on them and they are comfortable. They are talking about it. Even though
what foundation did you lay?
The East away. That's talking of the gold reserve that have now turned to gold board, and they say it is just a clear manifestation of what this government thought. And now the most important in the life of Ghanaian people is the introduction of the free senior high school. There's no two about it. Where they are taking their credit, they say IMF said they're doing well. IMF said that, and the World Bank said that Ghana has never received something monumental, social intervention that impacted the life of the Ghanaian people since 1957, like free senior high. So we are talking about the tangible, that if policies...
that is an IMF report?
Oh yes, and the World Bank report.
And the World Bank report.
So we are talking of tangible. If government should bring a policies...
You need to make the references so that those of us who have not gotten that report to read, we can look... we can go get it for ourselves.
Google, you see it. I just saw this. I have not able to go to the very Google, it will be there. So for us, we want to see government do something in Accra, and it's reflective of Upper East. But so far, government hasn't done that. Government hasn't done that. As for stress-free school that we are this is fee pay you are talking about, is 1,200 to a training college training teacher. What is he going to do about it? Look, when you go and choose the component of you was talking of the free. No, that's not what they are saying you should pay. They are not saying you should pay as SRC dues. That's why when we introduce free senior high, we say PTA levy self, government has taken care of it. This government has introduced policies just to make sure that the system runs well. But when you bring a policy that you have not put measures in place, how is it going to run to successful end? So we are looking at what government has brought so far and what government has done in terms of physical infrastructure. It is zero. Employment, it's even worse. Quite apart from the replacement government has done, that people were employed and they asked them to go because NPP employed them, they brought people. What did the government do different? That's what I'm saying, that in Upper East region, for me what I can see, and many can see, is a blue water gate that they have introduced. Even though there's no water pollution in Upper East region, but they managed to bring it. According to the MCO, but I said if you go to via the water passes through Somboromo, so for that matter, people have to treat the water there so that nobody will pollute the water. I say, even if Talensi were mining in second place, Solomon TTB, you people didn't even form Blue Water Gate. What does Blue Water Gate want in Bolaga Municipal? You see, so it is a misplaced priority that this government is doing. So we are saying that if it is the fiscal discipline that government is focused on, no anybody at all given the opportunity can do it. We are looking at the diversification of the what? The economy, and there's nothing to show.
Okay.
And also, you talk of the 24-hour economy. What is 24-hour economy that it was used as a tool for campaign, and more than 1 year down the line, now the president is signing a bill And the one who is running the authority is saying that they are not going to force anybody to do 24-hour economy. Meaning that the 3 shift to 1 job is not going to be there. How is it going to be possible? What we were told by this government is not what they are doing. Everybody knows that 24-hour economy will be demand-driven. The government said no, he has his own plan. For that matter, even if people are working, they are going to bring 3 people to do shift. That's 24 hours. It has been explained many times by you and your collaborators that we told them from the word go that they didn't even understand the 24-hour economy.
Okay.
You understand? You see, he has tend to produce it to tell you time. Only was second. He has spent more than 40 minutes.
Continue. Don't bother about it. Don't worry.
Oh, so long time. No, you are not the timekeeper. You
Continue.
So for me, if they promise 24-hour economy, and today, the 3 shift that they are talking about, per the document and per what Gusitano is saying, it's not going to be possible. That they are not going to do the government sector.
So you
where is it? If we wanted to see if this is going to be in a...
Gusitano did not say that the 24-hour economy would not come to fruition. And so
no, say it will not come to fruition. He said there's going to be a demand.
Yes, that is what he said.
That's what he said. And everybody knew that wherever 24-hour economy is happening, it was working, it is a demand driven. And they said they were having additional plans. For that matter, even 1 job. For instance, at the passport, at the DVLA, people are going to work 3 times.
Okay.
So that's what we are talking about. We are scrutinizing that. We are interrogating what they've said. We made the Ghanaian people believe that these were the right people to come and deliver. But what they are now doing is roughly everything they say big push. Even the big push, they say they're going to be giving 1 billion to do big push. They only are able to allocate 13.something million for a big push. In everything in this country, when you ask of a role, even those who were demonstrating for the road concern, they said they should wait because the big push was coming.
Okay.
So what are we doing to ourselves? So we are saying that this massage economy, anybody who given the opportunity will be able to massage. If it's just our releasing dollars from the Bank of Ghana to show up our economy and then stabilize the city, it will not be difficult at all. But we are looking at the practicality and the reality of the situation, that whether is that sustainable. And very soon, he's talking about the petroleum price, 3.5%, they say by March, all the distance will see 3.5% increment. Now what are we talking about? If these things continue to stabilize, we should rather be seen, because we were told for you to determine electricity increment, it has to do with inflation, it has to do with the dollar exchange rate, it has to do with what? The economy. And all these things are down. Now that they are down, and yet we are seeing increment. Electricity alone is about 28% increase since these people came to come in. Okay. Water, we can't talk about. Even if you are going to increase the electricity, allow us to drink water. Why? The kind of bill I saw on my water bill this month, I don't pay to see the kind of, because I will be compelled to disconnect myself.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Sanusi. We truly appreciate your views on this particular topic. I've tried doing my checks on the claim that you made with regards to free SHS being Ghana's most significant social policy since 1957. What I've seen is that it's been posted by some media outlets within the country. One of them is GhanaMedia.net, and they are crediting Bloomberg. I've tried checking from Bloomberg site, and nothing of that sort is published on Bloomberg site. I'm yet to see that anyway. So as what? Yeah. So the media house that published the actual reference Bloomberg as quoting World Bank. So that is what is being said. But then I've not found that on Bloomberg website.
Mr. Sehu?
Yeah, to Solomon. Just a few minutes so we allow our callers to phone in.
Sure. You see, if you look at this free secondary school he's talking about, see, someone who brought it in the constitution, per Article 25 of the constitution, and someone who is implementing it, who should take the credit? We don't have any problem. Governance is continuing. We do not even want our free secondary school policy should be rated the best. We should keep on improving it. Right? That is why we made a solemn promise that we're not going to cancel it. So in that regard, for him to sit here and tickle himself and lie, oh, it is one of the best. So were we trying to make it one of the worst? His Excellency Chairman Wallace, when we were trying to come up with the 1992 constitution, what did you people say? We invited you, say you cannot come and sit with butchers, you cannot come and sit with market women, that you were intellectuals. We came out with this particular document, and in the constitution, Article 25, free secondary school is captured there. So for you to come and answer and now you want to take the credit. Which credit? Did you come to take part in the drawing of the constitution or the drafting of the constitution? Didn't you say that you will not sit with butchers, you will sit with market women, you will sit with farmers, and that you were intellectuals, you were lawyers? Today you are a beneficiary of that particular decision being put in that particular constitution. You see, my brother also said here, please, just give him water to take. Look, today he's fasting. If I have the power, I have cancelled it.
Oh.
No need to be fine with you.
Oh.
He has played the ostrich here. Give him water to take so that he will start the fasting tomorrow. The tariffs, Mr. Sanusi, don't talk as if you just came from Jupiter. You were on earth with us here. You were a government communicator at the time. The tariff, you signed a deal, you took it to IMF and signed a deal and agreed that every quarter there will be an adjustment. For election purposes in 2024, you decided not to increase. IMF took you on. Today we're implementing the conditionalities you put in place. And you're playing the ostrich to suggest that we're increasing tariffs. Didn't you see that and didn't you know that you take water? And you said that we should increase electricity and water tariffs every quarter. It should be adjusted upward. So please, just know that you passed that to us. And we're implementing the decision you took. My brother sat here and said, oh, the 24-hour economy, we said the 133 will no longer happen. Who said that? And at where? When? How? This is a very credible platform. If you are here, please make sure that whatever you are bringing, you check and cross-check and fact-check. No one said that it will not be 133. What we are trying to say is that there are government institutions who will at least subscribe to the program. And already as I speak to you, DVLA has already started that in Accra. The post, if you go to the port, they go 24/7. Right? Now, Passport Office is subscribing to that. These are government institutions or agencies. Then we are saying that the private sector will have to come in. The private sector will make sure that at least electricity tariffs will come down for those people who subscribe to it. Security will be provided to them. Fund will be given to them. And just 2 days or yesterday, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was at Shama in the Western region to cast short for the construction of a float glass factory. $250 million project.
He says there have been demonstrations here in the Upper East.
That is where I am now coming. Now, so to suggest that that will not happen, that is not true. Now let's talk about the demonstrations. Which demonstration? Is he talking about Boku Bonga Road? The Boku Bonga Road that was supposed to take 910 days when John Dramani Mahama cut short in 2016. You made a promise to complete that work in 2019. You did not do it. Demonstrations were made against you. The contractors packed their equipment and left site. When you told them the contractor went for sabbatical leave, I only know sabbatical leave to be given to lecturers. But these people said the contractor went for sabbatical leave. Only for them to fail, they failed to pay the contractor. Today, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has raised money to pay contractors. They issued a letter in appreciation to the president. The Pokwasi Road, are the people not working there? The China Paga Road, Chuchulga Road, are people not working there?
They are not on site currently.
Which one? The big peace project that will come all the way from Tumu to this place. Are people haven't they cash for it? Are people not working? If you're going to Sandema from BC Sandema Road, are people not working there? If the Naga Road didn't we
BC, the Sandema from BC stretch currently, I don't know if it was yesterday, but then
but I'm saying contractors were on site when we came to government. Were they not on site? Has part of the work not been done? If you take the Bolga Naga route, haven't we worked on it?
All right.
If you take the series road,
tell the contractor your brother, because they said they are on board.
My brother, your brother and my good friend Johnson Ayeni used to get to town here looking dusty. Hasn't that road been worked on? The Ramsey Sports Stadium side road, who you constructed them? The Zongo that you are coming from, those roads in that road, are you those who constructed them? Are you not those doing the drains here? Sorry for you. Look, hold on. The ministry, if you are going to Navrongo, take the road from just traffic light here to Navrongo. Have you seen contractor on site patching the road or not? Have you seen them? The road that was looking quite miserable, quite deplorable. Have you seen it or not?
Yeah, I've seen that.
I hope. Look, these are facts. I went to Navrongo not just a few days ago.
And I was in Navrongo day before yesterday.
Are you not seeing contracted aside?
The road construction.
Are you not okay as a citizen? So for you to suggest that there is nothing going on here relative to roads, it means you are economical with the truth.
All right.
So let me land on this. I just want to land on the WhatsApp matter. Please, he said that is a misinformation. Let's clear this. He suggested that government formed a WhatsApp platform and put CEOs there, people who are civil society organizations, people who speak for those people on the platform. I want him to mention one individual and who created that particular platform. How many CEOs, directors, or whoever are on it? Look, we have gone past the days where you got almost every citizen who spoke against your government relative to the ills of your government. You recall how the Presby secondary school, the headmaster was transferred from just making noise about the furniture.
All right.
You also recall how Manasseh Azuri will have to run and seek refuge in a different country just because he spoke against your government. You saw how Oliver Baka went through in the House of Youth. We all saw how Latif and Adeti suffered under your regime just because they spoke. Under this regime, you demonstrated at Flagstaff House. We came and gave you protection. The Attorney General came and received your letter and asked you whether you wanted security to give you overnight. You yourself realized that what you were looking for, you could, and that's what they went through. This is what we call restoration of confidence, restoration of hope, restoration of democracy. For you to sit here and suggest that there is nothing going that way, it means you are very economical in truth, and that is why I'm advising him to better take water today. Because it means the fasting has failed to work. So I will let you understand that we are not leaving any stone unturned. So you cannot sit here and talk about cocoa prices when you know that the cocoa that you say you used to give it $3,200, you used to sell it $10,000, and you are giving the cocoa seller 32%. We are selling it at 3,100 currency today. 3,100 currency. And we are giving
you mean buying?
Buying. They are buying. But when we are selling, I'm talking about cocoa, we will sell it to the international market. So they are buying from us 3,100 Ghana cedis, and we are giving the farmer over 2,500. That is over 90%. To the farmer. You gave the farmer less than 32%, and you took a loan of 2.3 billion to come and work on 450,000 hectares, and you spend the money all and use only worked on 40,000.
All right.
Where is the money? You reported to us 32 debt in the sector.
Thank you.
32 billion debt.
So
again, you decided to give a negative equity of 4.8 billion.
So that is it. Solomon TTV, you are not on air again. Yeah, thank you very much for.
You know when you don't have the facts, you waste time in talking too much.
Which facts?
You see,
these are facts I've given you.
I don't know. My math is no good. How can 2,800 or 2,587 taken from 3,100 will amount to 90%?
You do your calculation.
I don't know.
Do your calculation.
All right. So let's allow our phone callers.
Let me have a second.
3,056 today, even today.
You see, what he say, I will forgive him. They are being trained and indoctrinated to believe that what is right to them is a privilege. He's asking you whether the road construction is not going on in Abrom. Is that whether the road construction to go on? Patching. He said, I want to see patching. He's not even aware that the Zongo road was constructed by NPP. He's not aware. Since the inception of the Earth on the world, Zongo has never seen a gutter until NPP came. So don't say something that you don't know. What I'm saying to you is what you said if you are not able to do. You see, it is because it's in the studio. If you're in the market talking like this, by now somebody would have thrown you a stone. Because you are insensitive to the plight of the people. Okay. People are demonstrating. The Sandman is talking about. It's not about the day for yesterday. They were on this side demonstrating. He's not aware. That's why we are talking like this. If the people see you, they are more indecent than you. When they were there demonstrating, that this thing did not happen. You see, if you talk about the past government, 8 years.
What did you do on that road?
8 years in Upper is 8 years under NDC government. NDC has not done a major road between both Upper West and Upper East region before they left power. 8 years. They haven't done a major road in Upper East and Upper West, both regions.
What is your definition of a major road?
The major road is like Bolga Boku Road.
And you did it?
What are you talking about? You see, he's talking about the game one. That road, that distance was.
Can you did it?
The shortcutting was done
twice. So you are
twice.
complaining about the Boko Bolga road.
I don't know why you are impatient.
Let me play. I'll plead that you allow us pick calls now, just some 2 calls, so that we say goodbye to our listeners. Thank you very much for adding your voice to this discussion this morning. Let's hear you speak on national issues too as well. Some of the things that concerns you. What do you say the state of the nation is? Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name, where are you calling from?
Maxwell from Bombay East.
Yeah, Maxwell.
Yeah.
Please, let's hear you.
Good morning to your good self.
All right.
And to my 2 brothers, TTV and my director, former director. Rocky.
Yes.
It's like my brother TTV is completely detached from the world.
Yeah.
In that he say, look, what is happening to us as Ghanaians today can best fit into the description of scamming. But if you look at the amount that I used to buy fuel and the amount I'm buying now, the difference cannot buy my life. Cannot buy my life. And everybody is just suffering. Look, you can reduce our living to only bag of rice, bag of meat. What about the other essential things? Well, I think so far, so abysmal.
All right.
This is a president that sees nothing wrong with his own people and persecuting others. If you look at the health sector, look, sometimes it's pathetic.
Oh.
So in Ghana, it is only the NDC that will think that when you have fuel reduced and you have rice reduced, everything is okay.
All right. Maxwell, thanks a lot for joining the conversation via phone. You can also call us. Let me pick another caller so we come back and end the conversation this morning. Let me pick this caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, please, your name, where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to my 2 younger brothers there.
All right. All right. Maxwell Usman.
It's a very long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time, seriously.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm always, I'm just listening to you sometimes because of the nature of the network.
All right.
And then, some of my voice are just outside the call. So, these are old people now. They just are experienced to overtakers.
Let's hear you.
Those who think how to call now, they are overtakers.
Overtaking is allowed.
They are using their manual card and they are using automatic now.
Okay.
I say good morning to my brother Felicity, who is fasting. But sometimes we should be honest in fasting time. I have nothing to say. But I want you to understand that you remember that the Ukomo road, those who make demonstration during their time, it was one village, one dam. You remember? So now it's not a one village, one dam. Now you saw how our getting to this asphalt. So that's the work of your mama. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Master Osman Blacksmith. Please, your name, where are you calling from? Please. I think that when you call, just go straight to the issue and let's hear what you have to say on the program. So let me pick another caller. So we say goodbye.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please, your name, where are you calling from?
My name is Daybreak. I'm calling from Yorba.
Gilbert.
Let me say good morning to
you. Gilbert.
Gilbert Adam Samba. I'm calling from Yorba.
Okay, Gilbert, let's hear you.
Let me say good morning to my former director and all NPP members. Yes. Well, it's good you always go to studio and say what you know or what you want to say. That one is different from what is reality on the ground. I don't think you will go and you are telling people in Zongo that these people can make their own. When Zongo people are sitting there and know that you have never even put a clip of government. So such people, I don't know, but if you go and sit in the media and you are speaking like this, then and you are thinking that, you have made a deal. But people outside there will not be happy. Now, let me see, he's talking about the Bokuru. But if you are asking the question whether you have done it, let me know that it is entity you have done the Bokuru. Today, when we are going to think about the Bokuru, Solomon will agree, but you know that the percentage we have done, they also start for 8 years. They sat there for 8 years, just and told us that the stadium we are going to do it, they said the Bokuru, they even cut for 2 times. So look, in terms of development, I think if the NDC comes to sit the radio, they shouldn't forget that the unfortunate thing happened around 2021 or 2020 thereabout. So they can not just come and sit in the studio and say 8 years.
All right.
What happened in 2017? What happened in 2018? The huge cost of the electricity. When they came, look at the way they increased. And when you on electricity, it doesn't even take you a week. So they know that Ghanaians are feeling what they are doing. They can go to studio and say what they want.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Gilbert. Thank you very much, Gilbert from Yoruba. We appreciate your time this morning with us. And those who have joined us earlier, good morning to you all. And sorry, I think landlord from D-Line, we couldn't allow you continue with that. Sorry, sincere apologies. But I think that maybe when you call, just go straight to the point and let's hear what your view is on the program rather than that part. Let me get back to the studio. Some of us, our colleagues, are still calling. Please. We'll not be able to take a call again. Okay, so
yeah,
your last word.
For us,
let him land. So you conclude and we'll
for us in government. We signed a social contract with the people of this country, and we have a mandate to make sure that we work for the good people of Ghana. We know very well that yes, things are beginning to look positive, but whilst we are concentrated on the ups, we are working on the downs. Those things that we think we need to address, we're talking about the youth unemployment. At a point it was around 14.8%. If today it is around 13%. There's a reduction
Okay.
in that. So, yes, my brother, I appreciate where he came from. I mean, one said, oh, it's a scam and all that. I don't think John Dramani Mahama and the NDC is a scam.
Okay.
At a point, a certain president promised us that, look, I'm not going to take a peso of your money to build a cathedral in appreciation to God for allowing me to win the 2016 elections. But lo and behold, you, at the end of the day, they spend your taxes, almost $98 million, to put a hole. And you saw that when we were having a demonstration, some of them went there and took a shower. That is a complete scam.
Okay.
You can't tell us that you are going to do that. And my brother Sanusi finally said, oh, he can no longer pay electricity. His AC, he can't recall the last time he owned the AC. You see how luxurious he is. The weather today, it's not demanding us to use AC in the night. We'll get there, but we are not there yet. But you see that he's a big man. How many of us, people want electricity, at least fan and other things to survive? You are lying in an AC, and you say you can't recall the last time you owned your AC.
Right.
Look at the luxurious life you are going through. Look, the problem, enjoy your luxurious life. We know that at least for now the weather is allowing you not to use it, but you should use your AC. You drove and came here. Did you put water in your car? And you said it's not reflecting your packet.
No, but then if not, but then he has been buying fuel.
At what price is he buying the fuel?
So if you talk of the cost, but
So that's why he said it's not reflective in the market. It's not reflective in his packet. He was buying fuel at a time over 23 Ghana cedis per litre. At a point before, when he was in government, he bought fuel 15 Ghana cedis per litre. Today he's buying fuel 11 cedis per litre.
All right.
Isn't that better?
Thank you very much.
We are able to make savings of 4 Ghana cedis.
Thank you
And
very
you
much,
say that
Solo.
it's not better. Look, your car takes not less than 100 litres. And if you buy 100 litres,
Solo.
you are making a savings of 400 Ghana cedis.
Thank
Even
you.
to- Well,
Thank you.
you go and use your back credit.
Let's say-
Go and use your back credit and on your AC.
AC.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Go and buy your AC.
Thank you, Solo.
That's why I said, as for so, because he's a good brother and a friend, I'll forgive him. Because he's really not touched with the reality. You see, first of all, he talked about the NPP boycotting 1982 constitution. But before the constitution was formed and declared, there was no political party in Ghana. The constitution came before NPP was formed. So how come that it's NPP who boycotted them? Is it because of the indoctrination? Some of them, they will tell you something you won't verify. The
But then we have a tradition. The NPP has a tradition, isn't it?
No, it was a Ghana Bar Association. Ghana Bar Association refused because they said
So the New Patriotic
it was
Party.
not a
at the
political
time-
party because there was no political parties. Yes, before the constitution, there was no political parties. You understand? Officially, there was a referendum on the 1992 constitution
Okay.
that we all went and voted before political parties were formed.
Okay.
That's the fact that I want you to know. So that I shouldn't say that there was no group called MPP before the 1992
There was a
constitution.
youth.
It was Ghana Bar Association. They have registered their displeasure
Then don't attack.
with the constitution.
Don't attack this man.
You see,
Alan Chermate.
so
You say Alan Chermate is using your party. This.
I'm only taking the thing to indicate to you because